Firefighters put their lives on the line every time they run toward a burning building. But there's a hazard they may not expect to face, a higher risk of cancer. KPIX 5's Andria Borba on what's being done to protect firefighters from the toxic danger on the job.
You are not listening to the sound of a washing machine, but of cancer prevention at Fire Station 7 on Folsom Street.
It's absolutely a case of your mom was right. You need to be.
It's easy to look at the plumes of billowing black smoke from a massive fire and know it isn't healthy. While firefighters are busy putting out flames, priority one is protection from the heat and those flames. That's what their turnouts are for.
They're doing their job. They're keeping us from getting overheated and burned. But while we're in the fire environment, they're soaking up all of the toxins that are in the smoke and the heated gases.
According to the International Association of Firefighters, 63% of firefighters will get cancer at some point. No fire is the same, and rarely are they clean. There's asbestos in old buildings, plastics inside homes, and cars that catch fire in garages that all turn into a toxic soup covered in water and released in smoke. It's believed the toxins from years of putting out flames are soaking into the turnout's fireproof fabric and slowly leaching into their skin.
It's kind of in the nature of the firefighter makeup to think of yourself as invincible. You go through these life-threatening situations over and over again and come out unscathed, you think.
3 years ago, to try and reduce cancer rates, the San Francisco Fire Department introduced 7 extractors. Basically a washing machine on steroids to clean any potential carcinogens out of the turnouts. They were a hit.
So you would have members that were driving to these 7 stations just to get their turnouts clean, because nobody wants to get cancer. Nobody wants to retire and have cancer.
The fire department also issued 2 sets of $1,500 turnouts.
You'd shut the door.
Firefighters can clean the dirty set in a 47-minute cycle.
The point is to get the turnout gear as thoroughly cleaned as possible without damaging the gear.
These are special detergents. It goes into a metered system that you can see up here.
Washing the garbage out of the turnouts is one thing. Changing decades of firefighting attitude has been another.
It was very common in the fire service not to thoroughly clean your turnouts after a fire because you wanted that smell of being in a fire. It was a way of sort of showing off to your coworkers, you know, that you were in there doing it, that you wanted to impress people.
With cancer looming on the horizon, that attitude is getting doused.
That smell isn't the smell of victory, it's the smell of poison.
Now, San Francisco Fire recently purchased enough extractors to put 1 in every single fire station. We've also noticed at fires, after the fire is put out, the firefighters are turning the hoses on themselves to knock as many of those toxins as possible off before the wash.
Boy, well, Andrea, are there any other departments doing this and any evidence that it works?
Well, Juliet, this has also been adopted by the Boston Fire Department. A full study of the extractor's effectiveness is underway right now on the national level, with full results expected in a few months.
All right, Andria Borba. Andrea, thank you.